Welcome everybody. This is Kristine from Mom Vegan Love, and today I have a very special guest, a dear friend of mine. Elizabeth is here with us today.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm so glad to be here, especially making one of my favorite dishes.
Yeah, we've talked about doing this for a long time.
For a very long time.
Life, I don't know, it just happens, right?
It does. It does.
So what we're gonna do today, and I'm so excited you guys are here. I'm so excited. We are making spring rolls.
Yeah.
And we have all kinds. I'm gonna see if we can, you see all the things that we have over here.
We've got mint, Thai basil or basil, wherever you're from, bunch of fresh sprouts and more sprouts, microgreens, flowers, which make them really pretty, shredded carrots, shredded cabbage, and really the most beautiful thing about these is you can put whatever you want in here. I've done red peppers, I've done green peppers. I love the more colors, the better, because yeah, it makes it really fun and fresh to eat them. And yeah, you can do whatever you want with them, which is so beautiful. And whatever taste your palate likes and appreciates, then throw it in there. Right now we have some water boiling, so we can boil our noodles, and you can use different types of noodles as well. We've got, I sometimes use pad thai noodles. You can use, you can use those. You can use the bean thread noodles, which I've had them in before. These are really good, easy, and they only take 4 minutes, so that'll be nice for us. So we're boiling the water not only for the noodles, but also so we can make these pliable as well. So that's happening now. Open these up. You can open those up. This is already open. And do you want to talk about anything else while it's going?
Yes. Yeah, and I love what you're saying, that you can literally put anything in here. Like when I was looking at a recipe for this, recipes for this, you can put in like anything you like red bell peppers or tofu if you like tofu, and then you can marinate the tofu and get a lot of flavor from that. What else? Avocado, just anything that you like, and make it your own. Like you can put in cucumbers. So it's basically just like, the way I see it, it could be like a really fun salad in a wrap, you know?
Yes, and it's a lot of fun to do with kiddos. They love to do it. You just set up a little conveyor belt with all of your goodies, and you'll see how easy it is. And I'm hoping that it's something that you all put into your regiment of eating, and because it's fun and it's so healthy, because all it is raw, beautiful food, aside from the wrappers, of course,
but it's all ingredients that we can pronounce, right? Like in this one, it says rice flour, tapioca flour, water, and salt. 4 ingredients, right? So I love that. That is just, it's food. Right.
And these are the same, the ones that we get from Costco, millet and brown rice. So that's all that's in here, I believe. So really easy. Might be some salt. Oh, yeah, organic brown rice, organic millet, and that's it. How cool is that?
And then whatever you want to dip them in is going to change the flavor too. So you can just dip these in soy sauce if you want, or Elizabeth recommended this one. It's like a Thai peanut sauce. And a really good tip, if you want to make sure anything is vegan, you can read the ingredient list and look for cholesterol. If cholesterol is 0, it's a really big chance that it's vegan. I mean, I highly encourage you to read all the ingredients as well, but at a quick glance, because there's only cholesterol in animal products, which I didn't know a couple of years ago. So yeah, and also like making your own peanut sauce is really easy.
I've done that.
Yes, before. We will totally record and send out this too. So yeah, I'm so excited you all are here. This is amazing. Yeah, so we chose this peanut sauce today, but I've made a really simple peanut sauce on our own too, that you can use a Vitamix or a food processor. Basically just peanuts, maple syrup. If you like, maybe 1 clove of garlic, a little bit of ginger is good. Maybe a little bit of soy sauce if you are okay with soy, or amino acids, coconut aminos. And then I add a little bit of veggie broth, just like no oil, and just a little bit to cover it. And then I run it on high for a minute or two. Basically, same thing as this. So it's just whatever you feel like you have time for. And if you don't like peanuts, you can totally, I bet that this would be really good to just dip in like a sweet and sour sauce. That would be really good too. I mean, that's the thing, what I love about being vegan is that we're all so unique, right? We're all like different flavors, different things. We're sensitive to different things, you know, nuts, soy, whatever it might be. But there's always a solution. You know, there's so many different things and we can get all the flavors we want. So I'm just really excited about that.
Oh, over here. Really good. Really good. One more in there. I'm boiling the water for our little wraps.
And yeah, the nice thing about this recipe, another thing, and I'm not sure if you said it, but when you were talking about the sauces, I am currently on a cleanse and limiting myself by choice, and happily so, because it's a beautiful reset for my body. At this phase, it slowly weans down, but I am not having any, starting out with sugar, no
flour,
right? no flour. I haven't done ever flour, no alcohol, of course, no soy at the beginning. So the sauces for me are out, but one of the things that I'm going to, no fats now. So no fats. I've cut out those a couple of days ago. So really, and I'm slowly weaning myself down to just fruit and veg, and then just juicing those for a couple of days. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. So what I'm going to use for my dip is coconut aminos, because I am allowed coconut and there's no fat in this. So I'm really excited. I've never tried this before because normally I douse mine in this because it's so good. I like my own as well when I have time, but that's a really handy one and very kid friendly, and they love it.
Well, while we're waiting for this, I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about this new upcoming project that I've been working on. I'm so excited. If you were here, like you in the Vegan Curious Summit that I did, it was so amazing. Like over 27 speakers just talking about how amazing it is to be vegan for our health, for the animals, of course, and for the environment. And I want to create something to support you because I've been where you are. Like 10 years ago, if someone would have told me that I would be here today, being vegan, talking about veganism on a Zoom live, like my hands are seriously really sweaty, I would have thought that you were a little crazy. But I am so excited that the grass, it's really greener on this side. I used to be addicted to, well, alcohol, sugar. We ate some sort of meat every day, dairy, lunch, breakfast, dinner, every day, eggs, pretty much every day, to being fully vegan. And I've been sober now for 8 years. So I can help you. I can help you get from where you are to just, I'll hold your hand and show you that it's so fun and easy. Like we had all these amazing recipes and tips for how to get here, and I will meet you where you are. So what we've created is this membership community where we will support each other as a group. And right now, we're just starting out. So I'm so excited. You are the first ones hearing about this. So
Actually, I'm so excited. I heard about it.
Oh, okay. Elizabeth knows about it. She's already in. So it's a membership community, and you can join now. Founding members. You all would be my founding members, a starting out team. and it will only be $27 a month. And you, oh my goodness, we're gonna have so much fun.
Yes, we are.
We're gonna make lots of recipes. I'm gonna give you every tips and trick that I know, and just, yeah, we'll support each other. I'll support you. And let me see if I can figure out how to paste a link in here. I am super tech savvy.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. Here, I'm gonna put it in here. Yeah, so if you want to, you can go check it out. I put the link in the chat here. So if you want to click on that, it's really awesome. I'm so excited. Just like-minded people supporting each other, and I'll be in there. And oh my goodness, what was going on? I just saw you behind me. Oh my God, what's going on? Okay, this is so fun. And I love doing this live because we haven't practiced this. I've seriously never made this before. And it's just life. Life is amazing, and I'm so excited. Okay, what can I do? What's going on here?
We've got our noodles. I'm just getting them a little soft, and I like them a little al dente, but just making sure that they're not chewy.
Mm.
So you don't want chewy, no chewy noodles. These normally take about 4 minutes. So I put in one after the original one started.
Okay, so what you did first was you used like a water.
Yeah.
Out of,
I used a kettle to boil the water.
just to make it go a little
Just
faster.
to make it go a little faster, and then put the hot water, the boiling water, into the pan and waited for it to boil. And then I put the noodles in there, and they cook for 4 minutes according to the recipe or the guidance from the noodle bag. And then we wait for those, and then we put those into a bowl, just like the rest of our ingredients, and we add them. I grabbed that one. I don't know.
Oh, you got a bowl.
Yeah, that one, should be fine.
On it.
Should be fine. And then wash your hands if you haven't already, because you're gonna put them all together with your hands, and it's so fun. And I just learned from our friend Jennifer, and I kind of knew this, but I didn't think about it for a long, long time. Digestion starts with our fingers, believe it or not. We have some enzymes in our fingers.
Oh, I love that.
Something that is really interesting, and you can look more up on that, unless you want to provide that in your little show notes.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
It is very interesting. So we look at all the cultures that consistently eat with their hands, and might find a correlation with how healthy they are as well, because they've already started the digestion before putting the food into them.
Wow. Learn something new every day. That's awesome. Ah, I'm really excited about this. So then you use this boiling water too to soften the rice paper?
Yes, and I'm letting it cool for a little bit, just so we don't boil our little fingers, because that's not fun.
Okay, let me see if I can show
I think
what's going on over here. So she put the little bit of the boiling water, the hot water on this plate here. So now it's just cooling down. So we got carrots, shredded carrots, edible flowers, sprouts, shredded cabbage. And I went a little overboard when I went to the store because I was so excited. So I got all the different kinds of sprouts. And then we got the basil, and we got the Thai basil, and then mint.
And there's some more noodles in here. Did you want to get a colander?
Yes.
And I just used tongs to get the noodles out. And here are the noodles. And like we said at the beginning, you can use all different types of noodles. So these are our brown rice and millet ramen. Yeah, I really like bean thread. I think that's what they're called as well. So our water's lukewarm. I'm actually going to add a little bit more boiling water to this, because I know, and you can't mess up. You can't do this wrong. A lot of it is to the feel of what you're doing. So you'll see that these are really hard. And then you get them to soften. I think you can see this. And they'll curl up. So you get to tuck them back under the water. And then you just put your hands, immerse it completely to, we can show another one because we have loads to do. And if you don't mind getting out another plate, we can use that one to place them, but another one like that would be absolutely ideal. And when you have your kiddos, you can make space and have 2 stations going as well. So now you'll see that this is completely pliable. So I'm going to put this over here, and this is going to be our station, and it's perfect placement. So we get to roll this out, and sometimes it tears. If you have long fingernails, you're going to tear it sometimes. And I'm going to put the flowers on first, because then when you roll them, you're going to see them come through. Flowers. And then you get your sprouts, and it's a really feel as you go. You get to test out how much you want in each one. If you overfill it, of course, you can't wrap it. If you don't put enough in it, it'll look like a, yeah, I don't know what it'll look like, but yeah, you want enough, and just feel it out. Just feel it out. Lay those inside, and imagine the bites that you're going to take. And you don't want one big bite full of everything. So we're just layering it all in there like a burrito. And putting our sprouts on top. This will make it look really pretty on the outside. And then you get some Thai basil or basil, wherever you're from. And then, okay, and here's the trick. So you've lined it all up. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. I just broke the basil, and it's so good. So you're going to take the end where you have so you have the long end, and you're going to take the short end and fold it over. And then you're going to take the other side and fold that over. And then if you have it in the middle or on one side, you can see a shorter end, and I'm going to take that shorter end, but if it's in the middle, it doesn't matter because that long end, and you see a little tear right there, but look what's going to happen. That little tear is going to roll right up, and there's 2 tears, but we're not going to worry about it. And there is beautiful. Our first one. And the thing that's really cool is you get better every time you do it. Just like anything. Practice is beautiful, but here's the start of it. And you know what? Anybody would really love to eat that. So that's the start of it. And then the nice thing about it is if you have more than one person, and I don't know if you can see this, you can see the wrap curling up. So you get to immerse it.
So you said that there was a certain side that goes up or down?
Nope.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Oh, there's where the tears come from.
Oh.
Yeah, there's little holes in there. So just be mindful of that. And everything is perfectly imperfect, as with life. And it doesn't matter. But know when you put something on the holes, it will expand as well. So, and then you just feel until it's pliable enough, and then until it bends quite a bit. And that feels good. And so it's like this. It's really pliable is the best. This is the best frame, and you can see the little holes in there, but we won't worry about those. and you lay it out. I'll do one more and then let Kristine take over.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Wash my hands.
And know that you're going to be putting some in the middle and you layer it out. Very much like a burrito. If you made those. Or an omelet even. Yeah, so you get the conveyor belt going. We can even have 2 plates going in a minute and both work away on it. These down. And if there's no order, rhyme, or reason to anything that we're doing, it's just about how you want it to look and turn out. I'm gonna get some of the Thai basil because it just smells so good.
I'm nervous.
That's the thing. You can't mess up.
You can't mess up.
And
right?
I've messed up before. So what happens is it tears and falls apart. But guess what? You just wrap another one around it if you don't mind it thick, or tear it open, and then you have another opportunity. Or you can just cut it all up and put it in a bowl and eat it as a bowl. I mean, you can't mess up.
Like that.
These are just kind of, this is rice paper. So it's like eating, a bowl of rice with your beautiful veg.
So I feel it's getting really soft now. Can it be in here for too long, or is it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not to my experience. It might, I've never had one dissolve because I'm ready to go normally, but we'll see in a minute. These are so pretty. My little fingers are getting sticky. The rice will stick to your fingers a little bit. So you take one end and take the other end, fold it over, and then this side shorter, and it doesn't matter, like I said. And then you just roll it up like a little burrito. And voila.
Easy
Another
peasy.
Beautiful spring roll.
Okay, my turn. I'm excited. Okay, so it's super soft. Transfer. Okay, you started with the flowers, you said?
I did.
Pretty on the outside.
Oh, yep.
Nope, nope.
I don't know what I thought. I didn't think there was paper under there. It does, you can't see it when it's on this plate.
Okay, there's a little bit of carrots and do some of this cabbage. And yeah, red and white cabbage small.
You can put tomatoes in there.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, all of it. It's just so, you're doing beautifully.
Okay, I'm just using my fingers here with all this.
And the mint and the basil.
You kind of tore this up a little bit?
I did, because I love the smell. This is so wonderful. And then I'll get another one started, and then I'll get to have another plate so we can both work away.
Oh, okay. The true test.
And I keep the hot water nearby because this, of course, cools off at some point. So then you just add a little bit more of the hot water. Other side. And it is hot, so.
Okay, ultimate test.
You got this.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Whoa!
You did it.
If I can do it, anybody can do it. It doesn't look as pretty as yours, but it's pretty good for the first try.
Fantastic. It absolutely looks fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Who did which one? Please let us know if you have any questions.
Yep, we're here.
About what we're doing here, or about if you're curious about going vegan, or just let us know if you have any questions. You can ask in the chat or unmute yourself and come on live here with us. We're happy to help. We've been like I said, vegan for quite some time, so we're happy to help with anything.
In this one, you want to do it? Or do you want me to do it?
Oh, I don't care.
Okay. This one might break a little. There's a hole right there. And I'll take one. And yes, Ludmilla, fun with the family. My daughter loves to do this. We, like I said, just line everything up like this, like Kristine and I are doing. If you have more, then we can line up everybody, and somebody could be in charge of doing the rice wrap. You want to separate out duties, and then somebody else could do the veg and the noodles and just separate it out. And fun. Really, gosh, it's just such a healthy way to eat, all fresh, all beautiful. Summertime, it's perfect to do this. I volunteer at the, I used to, and I get back into it, the local Buddhist temple, and we'd have celebrations frequently, and I bring this dish because it's something that you can refrigerate. Put it in the refrigerator. You can leave it for a day. You do want to keep it moist, so I do put a wet paper towel over them, and then I took them in, and they're just a big hit. I was there for a New Year's party, and I was like, do people really want to have spring rolls at midnight? And boy, did they ever. They really enjoyed them.
We're looking more at this man, Howard Morris. Oh, wait, you're suggesting an entirely new suspect.
It is outside the box.
A little too outside the box?
Yeah, I have an idea. Why don't we shove it back into the box and hope they don't notice when we...
Beautiful Buddhist temple, Ludmilla. The Vedanta Meditation Center. You might have one in Vancouver. They are stationed all over. I love them so much. They also had yoga classes, which were beautiful. I would go for a Sunday service, and it was meditations for world peace, and really, really beautiful experience for the whole family. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. You did it. You rocked it.
I bet this would be really good just using sushi paper too, right?
Yes.
Just making sushi out of it.
Yes, like nori?
Yeah.
Switcheroo. I forgot what I put on her. Mint, yeah. And I was telling Kristine yesterday, I was like, I think this has everything that I can eat, which is so beautiful. And of course, I can eat anything I want, but I choose, just like we do, just be mindful.
Yeah, that's a really good conversation right there, because I feel like I often get the question, like, what can you eat?
Yeah.
And
eat anything.
I can eat anything, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to eat things that are going to be good for my body, that doesn't include any animal products, any suffering in my mind. And the more I learn, and being a part of the Vegan Curious Summit and just interviewing doctors and nutritionists, and it's just, there's so much science out there.
Science carrots popping out, but that doesn't
beautiful. Yeah, this really is such an amazing way to live.
And what we've done here is absolutely simplified it all, because we got the purchased shredded carrots. We got the purchased shredded cabbage. If you really want to do it, you can do it all on your own as well. Get a whole cabbage and shred it out. Carrots, you can peel and shred those. And as you can see, I'm adding in hot water again. Just be mindful and make sure you don't burn yourself, because that is hot water. And I just spin. I spin the little papers around. Yeah, they're so good, right? Yes, they ate it and it was gone. I had a huge like lasagna tray full and I was like, oh. So funny how we.
So how long where are you all that's on this call? Where are you on your vegan journey right now? Are you just starting out or have you been at this for a while? Like, where are you? You can write it in the chat if you want.
This one has a big break in it, so I'm not gonna do this one. We can use that for noodles.
Yeah, I'd love to know a little bit more about you, where you are on your journeys and how we can best support you. Have you done anything like this before? This sure is my first attempt. And it's fun. And I love that you can't really mess it up. I mean, like you said, either way, it's a win-win.
It is. It is. And oh my gosh, so beautiful for parties. So beautiful for picnics. So beautiful for lunches, packing them for your kiddos' lunches.
That's a great idea.
I mean, so versatile. So, yeah. And everything is, yeah. Imagine your kiddos taking this to lunch. All their friends would be like, oh, it's so pretty.
Mm-hmm. Eating the rainbow.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Total vegan curious. I love it.
Yay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yes, to listening to our bodies, right?
Super important.
And that's what I love about the name of my summit too. That is, we call it Vegan Curious because, okay, let's go back in my life, like maybe even more, like 15, 20 years ago. The word vegan, I thought was somebody that was outside with PETA, just being really angry at the world. And I get that because there is a lot to be angry about. But my approach is more, I think in our hearts, at our core, we're always looking to feel better, to do better, to try new things, you know? And what I love about veganism is that you can check so many boxes with just what you put on your plate. And you get to put things like this on your plate. Amazing, right? So then you get to be curious, what else can I eat? What could be something else I could eat for breakfast? Like we had, growing up, it would be like milk and cereal for breakfast. What else can I eat for breakfast? Okay, so there's all kinds of different sorts of plant milks or plant-based yogurts. My husband, I have another video.
Such a good video.
On YouTube.
I made it the other day.
If you check out Mom Vegan Love on YouTube, my husband shows how to make this muesli that we eat for breakfast every morning. And we just add lots and lots of colorful berries and apples and strawberries. Again, whatever you like, right? Okay, I'm gonna put this one. I get distracted.
And if you do want to have cereal and the almond milk, or I make Kristine cashew milk. I was so excited about that because I got sick of going to the store and buying stuff when I had cashews, and made it super easy. So my kiddo the other day, and she would be one of the pickier sorts, yeah. I think. I made quinoa. Then I put a bunch, it's kind of like oatmeal. It was warm. And I put some date syrup in. She likes the date syrup. I'm so excited.
Oh.
Costco has now started carrying date syrup, and it's comparable to maple syrup. I like it better. I really do. So if you use dates for sweetening, now you can just use date syrup. So I put some date syrup in there because she has a sweet tooth, and then I put a bunch of strawberries and bananas and oat milk. It's beautiful.
Thanks, Ludmilla. I had missed the question here.
Oh, where did we go?
So the question is, do you eat as a main meal, and how many per person?
I do have it as a main meal, and I have 2 to 3 per person. And then if you're got some really hungry ones, you can have 4 to 5 or even more. And if you do want something else on the side, you can make some pad thai if you want something hot with it. So yeah, it's really how you want to roll with it. It's up to you. That's the nice thing.
Yeah. And at restaurants, it's often served as
an appetizer.
Yeah. But it can be anything. I would totally have this for lunch, you know? So, and then the next question is what kind of sauces? So this is the sauce that Elizabeth recommend that we get is the Thai peanut from Sky Valley. And like I mentioned at the beginning too, this is very easy to make because it's basically just peanuts, something to make it sweeter. So when I make it myself, I use the maple syrup or agave. And then you can use a little bit of soy sauce or coconut aminos. And I've added a little bit of ginger, a little bit of garlic, and then I put it in my Vitamix. And what I love about that is that I must say that, I mean, I'm in my mid 40s now, and we were not vegan for the majority of my life. And I was not a very good cook. And I wasn't very inspired. I didn't try new things. So I can just find my words. This peanut sauce, I just started experimenting. And I basically put things in that I like, run it on high for a little while. I've used like the no oil veggie broth to kind of as a liquid. And then I just taste it, you know? Like oh no, I want more garlic. I want a little bit more soy sauce. I want a little bit sweeter. And then we just have fun, you know? Just what do you like? Everybody's so different. And when I used to cook before, I have these recipes from my mom, and I would just like use these little, and just, it had to be like perfect, you know, because I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know what I liked. And the older I've gotten, then especially now when we're vegan, we just have so much fun. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong, especially if there's a recipe you're trying for the first time. Sure, go ahead, measure it to the T, you know, but then have fun with it and play with it, you know? And that's also another thing I love about being vegan is that you still get to have all the same flavors that you're used to, because the flavors I notice are in the spices, in the garlic, in the ginger, in the sauces. And I mean, when I think about eating chicken or pigs, you know, ham, or I don't know. When I think it was never the meat that tasted like anything, you know, it was what we had done to it. It was the seasoning, the flavors. And do we have more questions?
I'm just double checking.
Oh, taking notes, yay! Yeah, it's just such a wonderful, wonderful way to live. I can't.
And it's so much about just adapting to what you want to have. For example, if you have somebody that can't eat rice, you might have that. So use lettuce to do this.
Lettuce
Make it a lettuce wrap.
That's a good idea.
I love lettuce wraps, and I marinate tofu and I heat that up, and it's comparable to what we used to get at PF Chang's, because they have beautiful lettuce wraps there.
And I want to comment on Ludmila's question or comment here. When I first started this journey, it was just me. One night I started watching Forks Over Knives. It's a documentary and it was on Netflix at the time, Forks Over Knives. And I was like, oh my goodness, people, plants have protein. I had no idea. And in this documentary, they show people healing from all these diseases, the chronic diseases that they thought they would have to have for the rest of their lives. Like in our case, my husband had asthma. My son had asthma. They both had skin rashes. I had seasonal allergies that I would go to the doctor. I was so desperate. I was ready to go and get daily shots we lived in Chicago at the time, and I couldn't breathe. I seriously couldn't breathe. So when I saw Forks Over Knives and I saw that there was a different way, I got so excited. And that's kind of what I want to say to you, Ludmila, that if you have a husband that, I mean, it sounds like he's a little bit on board, but just sit down and watch movies like that together, like Forks Over Knives. There's another one out there that's amazing, especially if you're into health, Game Changers. That's something for your husband.
Definitely, that is what finally put me over the edge. Keep in mind, in college, which is so now, I was vegan. I was vegetarian for 4 years and vegan for 2, but I had a community around me, and I was in the dorms and all of that. And it was easy. It was so easy to do that because everybody around me was like that. And then life happened, and I became involved with people and lived with people that no way were they going to eat that way. And so I went off for many years, and I started with the Buddhism. Of course, I started being compassionate for all living things, because that's the ultimate goal, is that supreme compassion. But I still wasn't totally over until I watched The Game Changer, and I was just like, yeah,
it's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Because we are not taught this in school at all, of using food as medicine.
right.
You know, because my husband doesn't have asthma anymore. My son doesn't have asthma anymore. I do not have seasonal allergies anymore. We are off all medicine. I mean, and this is what we do. We get to eat amazing food 3 times a day and live our lives. Ta-da!
And not get sick. And
yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
It really is. And when you're mindful in your eating, you become mindful of so many other practices as well. It really is about compassion for yourself when you see, and compassion for all beings. And yeah, when your insides are happy, your outsides can be really happy too. So it's a big, beautiful reason to start being just more mindful about what we choose to put into our bodies, what we do to our bodies. And like yesterday, I went through some amazing transformation and about our communication to our bodies, that internal. So the better choices that we make for ourselves, the easier that internal dialogue is as well to be beneficial.
Yeah, we get to be nice to ourselves, right?
Any questions?
Yeah.
Yes, I just saw that. Having a supportive community, Ludmila, 100%. It does, and that's something I'm
it'll be fine. I mean, you and I could.
What?
You're not on mute. We don't mind hearing you, but you're not on mute, and I don't think you want us to hear you.
Yeah, let us know if you have a question still.
We are here for you.
And I love this. What a fun thing to do as a family. And you just put on some fun music, you hang out. This is like part of the party. Carl and Kathy, do you have some questions?
No.
Okay, we're happy to help you if anything's coming up.
And this is being
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it would help if the camera was lower so I could see.
You got
your plate. Yes, I can only see the beginning plate.
Yeah.
And then I don't see what you're putting on it.
Okay, yeah, good.
And this is recorded, so if you missed anything at the beginning, go for it. You can hit play on that. But we did have carrots, edible flowers, some microgreens, cabbage, Thai basil, sprouts, and more sprouts here. We've got all these kind of things that you can put in there. Another thing which is optional, but we do use is noodles, and we cooked those at the beginning. And we've just been using the rice paper here, making that pliable with hot water, and then adding all of our wonderful ingredients and laying them in and layering them into the rice paper and rolling them up like a burrito.
Where do you live that your Costco has those?
We're in Florida.
Okay. I've never seen them in my Costco.
Oh, you haven't? Where do you live?
California.
Oh, you're living in the vegan Mecca. I'm jealous.
Right. And if you can't, I mean, if you need to, what I did when I first moved here and needed these ingredients, I didn't know where to find them, and I hadn't really gone to Whole Foods. The Asian food market, you can look up, you can Google an Asian food market and go in there. I used to live in Indonesia, and I'm used to the smells of Asian food markets. You might not be. I love smells. There's some random things in there that are not vegan friendly, of course, but they have these rice papers. They will have the noodles for you. They will have the veg as well. So you have all kinds of options.
And depending on how you feel about Amazon, all the dry ingredients can be, you can get all this stuff on Amazon too.
True. You just missed Prime Day though.
Yeah. So you put it in the water. I'm starting to feel kind of like a pro here.
You are a pro. And wait till you see how many we've made in the time that we started. How long has it been? So almost, and we've taken our time. Yeah. You can make it a little faster, but we've got a whole family platter full.
Yeah, we could probably speed this up. But
totally.
But what I love about this is that we're just hanging out. This is just part of hanging out, and the meal becomes part of the communion. You know, it's being together. Yeah.
And this is hot water that we're using to make the rice paper pliable. If you missed that. And we are at the end of our little ingredients. So it's perfect because we are at the end of our time almost too.
Yeah, beautiful. Should we give it a try? It's always really fun to eat on camera.
Yes, we will. We will.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
It's been a while, which is shocking.
Yeah, let us know if you have any questions. We got about another 9 minutes or so. Do you ever add additional spices or onions? Ooh, yes. Onions would be good.
Yes, yes, you can put whatever you want in.
Yes.
Tomatoes, onions.
Oh, yep.
Whatever
Avocado.
You would put in a salad. Feel free to, It is up to you. The sky's the limit. And that's a beautiful thing about this kind of thing. Yeah, I'm limited on what I'm eating by choice because my cleanse, those of you who weren't here at the beginning, and last night I got home and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to eat. I have no idea. So I cut up some onion and I had some beet greens because I was doing beets in the Instant Pot. And I threw that in with a bunch of spices, just random things. And I sauteed it in water and put my quinoa in it, and oh my gosh, it was so amazing. I loved it. So the sky's the limit when you eat like this. Whatever comes to your mind, you grab. Find your local. We have an organic market here that has just beautiful, beautiful things. Trader Joe's always has beautiful veg. Aldi, I've heard, has beautiful veg. Yeah, but all kinds of peppers would be good in here and colorful.
Yes. You know, and just maybe cut them in really thin strips.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the only limitation I feel is our imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. Oh, I'm so excited. This has been so much fun. Let us know if you have any more questions.
Spices. Yeah, spices anything you want. And the spices would go really well in our dips as well. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably, did you put some aminos?
Yeah, so I
in
put
one?
aminos in here for Elizabeth, and then I put the peanut sauce in here for me. And then we're gonna try to dip it. So I'm also going, again, if you're interested in the founding members community that I mentioned, I'm gonna put the link in here one more time so you can get some more information. We're gonna have so much fun. I'm so excited. Okay, so how do we eat these? Do we cut them in half or?
You can. I don't normally.
You don't normally just eat it as is?
Eat it as
Are you
is,
ready?
and look what I just made.
Perfect one, okay.
So.
Okay, I would suggest having a plate underneath because
It's gonna go sometimes.
Yeah.
And if it does, that just makes it more fun. Imagine your kiddos.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ready? Here we go. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
That's so good. And that's the thing too, like one thing that I said 15 years ago is like,
on the inside.
that I could never go vegan because all they eat is lettuce and salads. I don't like salads. But if I get to eat salads like this, and I have been vegan for almost 10 years, so
Oh my
we eat
gosh.
so many more things. This is absolutely
I'm
amazing.
so excited to have this as an option.
Yeah.
Anybody that is allergic to soy,
Yeah, so
coconut aminos. If you don't want oils, if you don't want anything like that, this is a fantastic option. It's got a little sweet, it's got a little, yeah, really, really good. And we wish we could send some over to you.
yes, here.
We've got plenty. This is one package of spring rolls, and how many are in there? Contains 14 to 16 sheets. We did toss 2 of them. Yeah, come on over, Lovey. We did toss 2 of them because they were broken. When you purchase them, don't just toss them in the bag. Don't bend them, because they're fragile.
Oh.
Don't break them, because then you're gonna have holy spring rolls.
Yeah, and talking about lettuce, you can put lettuce in here too.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this picture and
Cucumbers.
cilantro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cilantro. That's another spice you can put in there.
Oh, that's awesome. Yay. Yeah. Yeah, go have fun and play with this and just, yeah, let us know what you made. Send pictures and you can also look up Vegan Curious on Facebook if you want, or Mom Vegan Love, and you can share with us what you created. I would love to hear it.
And cleanups really easily done.
Yeah. Do you have a special name?
They're just spring rolls.
Yeah.
We call
Fresh,
them
fresh
spring rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that. I mean, and that's the thing too. You could fry these
Mm-hmm.
if you wanted to. You most definitely don't have to, but I've seen that you can just fry them a little bit on either side.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There's no end to the possibilities.
It's beautiful. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
they
like the
are.
fried ones, Camilla? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet that would be really good too. What I'm thinking I would do is I would probably do something fun with tofu.
Mhm.
My husband does this amazing marinade. We can make another video about that,
Yeah.
just how he prepares
do.
tofu. And that would be really fun to put in here too. And then do the frying. Oh, and I would love to have onions in there.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like a completely different. I wonder if you could make more like a Mexican theme too, like more spicy, maybe some salsa.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Our Kojo's makes the nori tacos.
Oh,
Have you done them? Have you had those?
no.
Oh
Gotta
my
go.
Gosh. Come on down. We all get to go together.
Oh. Well, from the
Yeah.
bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being here today. This has been absolutely amazing. And yeah, being vegan is awesome. And from a recovering perfectionist, it's all about just
proud of you.
one step at a time and doing it messy and doing it anyway. And thank you for showing up here today for yourself and for us. And
It's been an honor. Thank you so much.
yeah, thank you for being here with
My
me
pleasure.
for
My
us.
pleasure.
Now we have, yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Love you all. Bye, everybody. Thank you.